In my very early days, he used to be one of my agents. And as you know, the party I belonged to those days was not very popular in my part of the world. So he has also eaten a few stones on my behalf. Being my agent. And we continued our friendship all the way through. I'll never forget even when I was president. Kanja would never address me as president. He would never address me as Your Excellency. As you heard, he had a nickname for everybody. Me, I was always, Papa, how are you doing? Then the other thing he was very good at is sharing, as you've heard, you know. He was very active on his phone. So I can assure you I suffered immensely during my tenure as president because any of these memes, the one that showed me in the worst light, you can guarantee you can't go forward he would ensure it's forwarded, and you know, with that, those emojis of laughing. So I'd call him and tell him, you know, Kanja, you know why are you doing this? Why don't you? No, wait, it's funny, isn't it funny? But he continued, and as I said, even December 12th, we were all together. No one would ever have imagined that the lively Kanja that we saw on that day, within a very short period of time, would not be with us. Even during that whole time, and before, he would still now share emojis and memes, but now a different guy. And in fact, the last message he sent me was almost, I think, the beginning of January. And the most amazing thing is he never mentioned anything about him being unwell, as we have heard here from Uhuru. He was still sending his jokes. He was still keeping everybody's spirit high. And it was only when I bumped into Gary at another function where we lost my cousin, that he told me, you know, our friend is in hospital. I said, what? He told me, he's in hospital. I told him, just less than 2 days ago, he didn't show any. So I went to see him. Weak, but he didn't want to talk about his illness. He wanted to talk to me about what a wonderful December he had with his family and how he was encouraging them to meet regularly and how that they would have to continue to be together and to get to know each other more. Told me about the unfortunate incident of Wairimu's husband. But he would not talk about his illness. When I asked him, so how are you feeling? I'm okay. I'm just waiting for the arrangements to be made to go to India, and they'll fix me up. And I'll be fine. He showed nothing. Despite the fact that you could see he was struggling, he showed no sign and did not even want it to become a discussion. And that was Kanja, a man brave, loyal, and he did that because he didn't want it to affect anybody else. But I also agree with Uhuru as we move forward. I think we should be honest about some of these things, and maybe if we're honest about them early enough, maybe something can be done. But Kanja lived his life to the fullest. There's no question about that. Kanja